远古大陆，群雄割据，四方势力，战火不绝。一为勇气，穿梭于丛林之间，一切障碍都被他视作为猎物。一为力量，劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘，是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧，操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，被囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work.
远古大陆，群雄割据，四方势力，战火不绝。一为勇气，穿梭于丛林之间，一切障碍都被他视作为猎物。一为力量，劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘，是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧，操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，被囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the second semi-final of WGL Winter 2018. This is Infi versus Foggy. This is the Chinese Gold League streak on the line. And he is basically the Great Wall of China, defending this streak since 2015. In every single instance of this tournament, China was successful. He is one of the winners. He won the first one back in 2015. And he has to defend the Chinese honor, representing the Rogue Warriors alongside Lin. But there's a conqueror coming from the Ukraine. His fourth WGL top 4 performance. He wants to make it to the final again. 1 year ago, he made it into the grand final against T8. The boxing champion has arrived. And as the Chinese media said today, he's in killing mode.
Yeah, this is really electric. I was just outside in the backstage area, but also on the stage. This match, I'm so looking forward to this, dude. There's so much history here. There is, I think, a bit of a nemesis story going on as well, because these meetings so far offline have only gone one way, and that is the Chinese way.
That is absolutely correct. Until recently, Infi had a 5-0 win streak against Foggy. Foggy did not manage to kill Infi with whatever, but Foggy got the first win, and that not exploded. He went on a 3-0 reverse win streak, but the last edition of this match was won by Infi with Orc, though.
And that's the big question here. Infi, as you guys all know, in the qualifiers leading up to this, was messing around with a lot of different races. All the different races, actually, even playing Undead 1 series or 2. And yeah, as you say, he won there with Orc. Is he gonna do it here now, though? That would be pretty crazy, because if he chooses an off race and loses against Foggy, the Chinese fans, they're gonna eat him alive.
Absolutely. Infi, second place in this group right after Moon, was about to be eliminated, but Cash couldn't seal the deal. 3-2 on Amazonia, otherwise only losing a map on Terranar Stand. Foggy pretty bad on TS, actually. 1-3, very good on LR and Nomad Isles. What will the vetoes be? Usually we see it here now, but it's the focus on the player. 2 of the best Gold League competitors ever. Infi defeating Danger, So-En and Fly, 3 Orcs and Sock. That is absolutely not true, by the way. He was in a different group with Moon and Cash and Sonic. But alright, in this quarterfinal, he demolished Colorful. Yeah. Arrive, raise hell, leave was the theme of the day yesterday for Infi.
Yeah, that was... He really turned it up into the group stage. The Keeper Mountain Giant meta, which is supposed to be so powerful, he just dismantled, despite horrible early games. Here we see the group stage for Foggy. That one is correct.
Defeating TH as the opening match was crazy. 2-1 against Neutron as well. WFZ and Chimiko, they fell for him as well, as same as Lawlight in one of the best Night Elf mirrors that I have ever seen. Foggy going out of meta, destroying Lawlight with glaive throwers and so much great multitasking. He needs that now as well to get one step closer to this. The Frozen Throne is up for grabs. Here are the maps, and the vetoes are Twisted for Infi, Echo for Foggy.
Twisted, very predictable. It's so hard to creep there nowadays to get any kind of start as the human. And Echo removed by Foggy.
Afraid of the Tinker, but that doesn't work anymore on this patch, really. Gonna be interesting what we will see. What was the starting map? I haven't really caught up, but yeah. These are two of the best competitors in Gold Leagues. Infi made it 6 times to the playoffs out of 7 Gold Leagues, to the top 4 5 times, so only losing in the quarterfinal once. Foggy on the other side, also 6-time playoffs, but every single time he makes it to the top 8, to the top 4, only the 4th time here to the grand final once. So the closer he gets to the finals, the stronger the chances that he's been eliminated, because the reason is Infi. He eliminated him quite some times here in these gold tournaments offline. It's 3-0 for Infi, but Foggy, is he the best Foggy ever? Certainly the best Foggy we've seen on patch 1.30, and Infi is playing human, so that question is gone. Last time it was Infi eliminating Foggy in the quarterfinals. 3-0. That was 1.29, though a very fresh 1.29, and I gotta admit, Foggy's timings there were not on point. He had more time in 1.30, and so this should be better. Our first map, Northern Isles.
Yeah, and what you point out there, Foggy, when he has time to prepare and get the creep routes going and stuff, this is where he really starts to shine, in my opinion. Think back to yesterday, how he played against Lawlight. You mentioned it to me when the game was over. He was so prepared for everything that was going to happen. He may have lost that first game, but after that, Foggy completely turning it up.
Indeed. Infi, the last remaining Gold League champion in this tournament. Moon, of course, no title. Foggy, no title. But he's also the hope for every human fan out there, the last remaining human. TH, Chimiko, and Sok not making it out of the group stages even. And he's also the last hope of China. On paper, he should be the big favorite. 12 premier titles, 10 out of the 12 in solo competitions. He is a world champion, but his reign is quite some time ago. Last titles, 2014. He was in the grand final of a premier tournament this year already. There was Masters Coliseum against 1-2-0. That best of 5 lasted 15 minutes because he GG'd out super quick. The Infi meme was born, and Foggy again with some technical issues. The Infi meme is born. I wouldn't mind to see the Infi here. Foggy, on the other hand, the last remaining hope for the Western scene. He could create the first Foreigner final ever and the first Night Elf Mirror final ever. Speaking of finals and big tournaments, only 4 Western players made it to a final of a premier event this decade. That was, of course, Foggy himself last year, Yoss at WCA 2015, Nika, and Grubby. But 2 of those players did that in 2010 and 2011. So in the past 7 years, only 2 players in a World Championship finale. Foggy wants to go there again. The issues seem to be solved. Is he gonna be the conqueror of the Chinese wall?
All right, how well is he prepared? Foggy, he was changing up his training schedule, right, for this tournament. Usually always was like on the day of competition, he wasn't practicing, but not in this tourney. He denied it!
Oh, actually, did he?
Yes, he did. And he loses the Ancient of War.
Horrendous start. Is it the nerves again? And Infi going for the fast expansion, old school human style. Foggy is going in for the arrest, but no entangle. Okay, now he has entangle. Can he get the last hit? That would be super important. Infi baiting that last hit.
Oh, he got it.
He got it. Okay, what a back and forth. Gets another kill here. This series starts off with a bang.
Okay, I thought he denied it, but I guess he didn't because he did reach level 2. So I guess he did get all that experience. And now look at the slaughter.
This is looking like an Infi right there. He's losing all the peasants. The Treants are cleaning this up. Water Elemental's not able to defend this.
Pretty good footy micro, but not good enough. The keeper is going to run down this target. He wants to get the other peasant as well. Is he really that greedy?
Foggy has to do the damage here because his Engine of War is that militia form. Saves him.
The Treant, though, he's bloodthirsty.
He's coming for the kill indeed. Focuses on the Keeper of the Grove, but the Treant is still chasing. Good micro by Infi as he usually does. Got him! Not denied, but the Archmage rises up to level 2 as well. Brilliance Aura is here. Ancient of War in production once more, and tier 2 is coming for Foggy. This game picked up pace after the 2-minute mark, basically. We are on full throttle.
Yeah, already here the heart rate is severely elevated for me. Now, a lot of kills going Foggy's way. Certainly, better opening for him, but he did lose the Ancient of War. So now, to follow up that first bit of aggression with more is going to be difficult. He's going to have only the single Archer. No Huntresses for quite a while. He's going for mass mobility instead. I guess he had the money to spare anyways. And now creeping closer to level 3. What is Infi's follow-up? Certainly no expansion anymore.
His game plan is broken, that's for sure. He wanted to go for that expansion as he did against Colorful and as Hawk did against Lawlight. Those two were the most successful players against Night Elf in this tournament with that very strategy. He has to switch it up. He's going for the tier 2 tech without an expansion, but here comes Infi aiming for the surround. Not going for it. Gets the Treant for a little more experience, but that's about it. Archer, Foggy stops it. Well done. Otherwise, that one would have been dead as well.
A lot of footies here, as Infi and TH both love to go for. He's damaging the one footman here with an entangle, a bit of focus fire. That one should fall, but how many HP are you going to lose in the process? Oh, he gets that last hit as well. 140 is his level 3, if he gets the last hit.
And there is an entangle. Infi did a phenomenal job denying his units against Colorful yesterday, and he continues to do so, denying level 3, super close to his own level 3.
That was a big one. That was a really big one.
Indeed. It's quite fascinating how both players have kind of the same style. Expansions, macro games, multitasking. No one really does it better than these two and Moon, maybe.
That Hunter's Hall, by the way, is very far forward. There's a sentry in the base, so Infi seeing everything. This Hunter's Hall is for certain dead, but how many footies, how many footy lives is this going to cost?
Indeed, he is level 3. Hunter's Hall, as you said, this delays the lores, and that delays, of course, Dryads. And this tonight didn't work. Does delay Dryads and possible Mountain Giants. But Infi is on the way to Riflemen and Casters as well. Oh, Entangle on the Archmage, protecting his Wisps here with the second Hunter's Hall in the back.
Where are the Archers? There's no Archer follow-up damage here. These footies are hard to deal with. The Alchemist still isn't here. The Keeper's dropping low. Healing Potion already.
Big investment into items. The Staff, which had no use thus far. Boots, which is always nice to have, but Infi is aiming for this Huntress Hall again, and he succeeds. The Dispel doesn't work. He gets more experience from the one Water Elemental. Second one maybe as well, but Foggy is losing so many workers.
Yeah, and still no Hunter's Hall coming up, if I saw that correctly. He also dispelled his own Entangle, so it is looking a little shaky. We have the Alchemist second, but it is for Infi, not for Foggy. Where is his second hero? Doesn't have the resources right now, as it seems, and this Keeper is struggling early game. Despite level 3, we're not used to seeing this.
Okay, distracting for the Huntress Hall now, and the Footman numbers are lowering, but Foggy at 22 supply, despite having a hero and 4 archers, aiming for the Archmage now. This is another Entangle. Damage is gone now, and Town Portal out by Infi, giving Foggy some time to breathe, which he desperately needs to get this Huntress Hall up and to get the second hero going. Infi with so much good vision thanks to these sentry wards.
And these lores, man, they are so late. I feel like the Archer usage there wasn't really perfect. With Entangle Focus Fire coming in, one target after the next, I think he should have been able to deal with that much more easily. But okay. He held on, he's going towards the middle, more mana running. Sentry ward for him as well. Infi saw this all with his own sentry ward, by the way. Finally, the Hunter's Hall is finishing, but yeah, so late.
So, both are on one base. Foggy usually loves to expand, as I said, so he needs to buy time. Second heal spray, by the way, costing some mana. Infi, Rifle Casters. That's basically the normal thing. Maybe a late tier 3 tech into Knight's Mortar teams. Foggy must have one goal, and that is tier 3 Mountain Giants.
Yep, if what we've seen so far is any indication, Lawlight making that work so beautiful in the series of the tournament, perhaps not as one-sidedly anymore. That game against Hawk, you guys probably all saw. Archmage here coming forward, by the way, without a TP is a little bit dangerous. Really surprised he's not going for the invul. It is available. We just hit daytime here.
Nice item here, the Flute for Foggy. Good damage for Archers and Dryads and the Keeper himself.
There we go. Has the invul now. Absolutely mandatory. Foggy had 30 supply only. This is not a strong force that he has. He's relying on his heroes.
3 Rifleman now against the early Dryads that are coming. Of course, the Dryads are super late, but you know, the first Dryads. Infi is spamming these heal sprays. Of course, with the addition of Brilliance Aura, he can do that, but for how long? That's the question. This is basically, like, the second heroes are the same as they were on 1.29, but the play of Night Elves and Alchemist increased so much in strength since then that this is a totally different game compared to last year.
Yeah, and usually I would say the Keeper Alchemist combos is supposed to find more early kills with this. Early Adept training though on the Priest. We saw the first Dispel coming in right there. AM creeping the rest of this camp. No item to be grabbed up, but experience for certain. Level 2 for the Alchemist, and level 4 AM is a big deal here. With that, managing your mana is going to be a lot easier. And Foggy is still sitting at 30 supply, only Infi at 50. Yeah. If he just moves across right now, this could be scary already.
Is Foggy skipping on all Dryads? He needs them against Water Elementals for sure. I mean, they're going to be sniped pretty easy, but you need to get those Dispels off. I think Infi has a lot of time to go for tier 3 now, which is usually a very risky case.
Looking for the creep jack here. Acid Bomb coming in, doing okay damage. The Priest in the back. I love that. And here is that tier 3. Quick Dispel against the Entangle. These rifles are not dying. This mid-game is not working out for Foggy. He's finding no kills. Absolutely.
Here's one, cast his curse, but it's only a footman. The damage is still in Infi's army. And of course the support is also there. First Mountain Giants are coming. The natural counter against the Rifleman. But they need Hardened Skin, and that is only available on tier 3.
And I'm starting to doubt the strength of Mountain Giants in this matchup more and more. Always felt like if you have the power to out-sustain them, more heal, more mana regen, the longer the fight goes, it actually doesn't look bad for Human, in my opinion, especially from the practice games that I saw earlier today from Hawk against Foggy, where Hawk, by the way, was able to claim a lot of games with this very strategy. One base, rifles into tier 3.
At least Foggy knows what Infi is doing so far, or in preparation. He was preparing against that, but as you said, not too successful. But that doesn't mean too much. I mean, practice games are practice games, and stage matches are stage matches. Foggy finally getting close to that 50 food, but Infi is gathering so much gold and is getting close to the tier 3. And then Mortar teams bring the damage. Fragmentation shards are insane. Foggy is now only now queuing up the Hardened Skin after the next Dryad and the Dispel. This is a horrendous timing.
Has to TP home. He doesn't have the mana for the money, excuse me, for the Orb of Venom, which is also going to be a big upgrade. Needs to put that on his first hero. First Moonwell's going to drop. That's going to supply block him. Seems like he has close to 50 supply now, though, already. The MGs are not even that tanky yet, but perhaps more importantly, where's his damage for Foggy?
That's correct. I mean, the Acid Bomb is there. He has a little bit Dispel of Wand of the Wind against the Water Elemental. Dispelled as well. He has so much of that, and he knows it. Level up for the Alchemist. Chemical Rage or Heal Spray? That's the question. He has to go Heal Spray in the absence of this one Moonwell up front. Going for the Entangle, but no Acid Bomb follow-up. Mountain Giant number 1 is about to fall. It's a big loss for Foggy as he can't reproduce him.
Needs to bring in the Wisp for the Detonate. He only gets 1 off, should have been 2. So the Water Elementals are starting to fall, but so much damage over and over from the rifles. Now he does hit level 4 on the AM.
And that is so much more mana for the Alchemist, and that is so much more heal for the Alchemist as well. Or for the entire army, basically. How far is Hardened Skin? That's the big, big, big question. It is still in production. Ooh, 30% only. He has to hold on. And then these Mountain Giants are so hurt already. Infi looking strong. And the addition of Mortar teams should arrive soon.
Infi not even going into upkeep. He's low lumber here as well. But Foggy, man, stuck in the back of his base. I don't think he can save this Moonwell, by the way. Then he's going to be super supplies. Like, he has to break out here sooner rather than later.
Waiting for the upgrade. He's just waiting for the upgrade, and then he has to re-engage. Even with the supply disadvantage, I think he's trying to get some pickups with the Entangle, but no follow-up. Dispel again. Hardened Skin ready.
Can he really go in, though? Where is his damage? I ask again.
Can he intercept this Mortar team? No. Infi is repositioning, waiting for this Mortar, and that opens up so much more possibilities. Frag Shards ready as well.
Have fun, Dryads. Well, I guess there's only one of those anyways. Not too bad against MGs, though, either, with their big base damage. Ancient of War gone. Now, easier to attack into this base. Infi, does he have to commit here? Not really, but if you can win right here, why not? Level 4 for the Keeper. But there's always the spell. What's he really doing in this?
True, he has to go for the rifles, I guess. The Mountain Giants both about to fall. The staff is not ready, I think. Entangle, how long does it take into... Wow.
So quick to the dispel.
Unbelievable speed by Infi.
He doesn't even have to micro behind the Mountain Giants. He can just attack him right now. And this is it. Mountain Giant super tanky, but no damage. And if you don't get the hero kills, he's trying for it again. Maybe Staff saves that Mountain Giant, but now the rifle's so far forward. Don't even care anymore. He has to get this TP.
Oh, the heal scroll saved him for quite a long time. He's going for the focus again, but that's lots of wasted damage that goes not into the army. Mountain Giant, will he finally fall? The only two that he had in this game. Yep, first one is down. Foggy taps out. GG. 1-0 for Infi. And that didn't go too well, man, for Infi. For Foggy, I'm sorry.
That just looked way too shaky.
Yep.
He had a level 3 Keeper of the Grove. He had 4 archers at least. May have been 5, but maybe it was only 4. You're supposed to snipe out those footies one by one easy. I think the archer control was the big problem there. He just kept on running away with them. You should perhaps even split them into 2 separate positions. If one of them gets attacked, you move those back. But with the other ones, you keep firing. You take out those footies. There was just way too much stuff being done by the footman. I guess you can say that's vintage Infi. He always managed to get so much stuff done with those footies, delaying those lures and those dryads for such a long time. And then, again, I really think MGs in this matchup, they're not the only answer. In fact, I'm starting to doubt them more and more.
Interesting opinion. Of course, they are very, very strong, but you need the critical mass. And Infi had a great timing. I mean, these Hunter's Hall kills were essential for this tactic to work. If Foggy gets the Hunter's Hall up, the lures come earlier, and then you have more Mountain Giants against this push. Then you have more meat, and then, of course, you can hide behind that meat and then do more damage to the army as well. But I'm so impressed by these dispels. They counter the Entangle focus so hard, it's insane. But of course, it all started super bad with losing the Engine of War.
Yeah, that's absolutely not what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get that thing into production again, get the 3 archers more quickly, then keep on hunting for footies or whatever. But it was not really a bad early game. He killed like 4 peasants, if it wasn't even 5. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good, I think. Also, the Alchemist was super late. And he was forced to invest into, I don't know, heal potions or whatever.
Yeah, and he had the staff and the boots, so that all cost a lot of stuff.
Yesterday, though, let's think back. Against Law Light, he had a shaky first game as well, and then he really started to ramp it up. Maybe this once again is going to be his wake-up call, game number 1 for Foggy to punch into higher gears in the next matches.
Infi now in offline matches, 8-1 in maps against Foggy. Only one time he was able to take a map off of one of the greatest humans of all time, who surpassed Grubby by reaching the semi-final in the all-time prize money earnings. But okay, it's Foggy's time to strike back. On the second new map that we have in the pool, Concealed Hill is coming.
Alrighty. Pretty good early creep route for the Keeper of the Grove. Super hard expansion map as well, with poison and all of those things coming in. He played against Colorful though, Infi, but I think Foggy here in this tournament at least is the stronger Night Elf. The human now with the lead, perhaps a bit of a surprise. The pressure of all of China is on his shoulders, but so far he's not faltering. He is delivering. Spawning the top right is Infi in the red, and the bottom left here for Foggy. This Keeper of the Grove, man, which we are very certain it is going to be again, has to get more done.
Absolutely. I mean, he did get a lot of stuff done, but there was no follow-up. He needs the follow-up to this. Normal build by Foggy against the normal creep camp. In GCS history, Foggy was eliminated by humans 3 times. Only 120 and Lin were non-humans that eliminated him, and that shows the strength of Infi and TH, and back then Yumiko. In this matchup, it is, by the way, the best human versus Night Elf, that is Infi, and the best Night Elf versus human as well, that is Foggy. But he needs to step up his game. As you said, he did yesterday, but is there this, you know, this nemesis thing coming into Foggy's mind now? Can he shake that off? He needs to.
If there hadn't been these online games in the qualifiers and in the W League where he was able to defeat Infi, I would be like, oh my god, this really could be a mental block kind of thing. He's always getting eliminated by Infi. But he proved that he can beat him. Yes, it's only online. It is a bit of a different animal, but still. It was a standard game. It was against his human, and it's still Infi. So I thought that was gonna, break the knot. Let's see if he can do it here. If he loses now, being down 2-0 in a best of 5 against Infi, he really, Foggy has to score right now here.
Yeah, especially on this map, on his first choice map, he has to make an impact. He has to make sure that Infi is not getting into the beast mode that he enabled yesterday, when Colorful were not able to get him out of his comfort zone.
Absolutely. Colorful just let him do too much of what Infi wants to do. But I think Foggy's very different. He loves to be aggressive on level 2. So I like Infi's adjustment as well. Okay, I'm not going to creep the big camp. I'm not going to risk you coming in with treants in a tangle and killing 5 of my peasants again. Suddenly, Huntress follow up or whatever. He's taking it slow. He's going to the small camp. He's going to get level 2 here slowly in time. And the Keeper continuing to creep himself here up at the turtle, hoping for the Tome of Experience. Can drop from the crab it is, not the turtle, of course. Both players here mirroring each other's creep routes so far.
Okay, what do we get? Tome of Intelligence, also not too bad. 30 mana for him. What's Infi going to get? Tome of Agility, certainly not helpful. Also using a bit of mana for the double Water Elemental. Foggy once more prioritizing the tech, not going into Huntress, not expanding yet.
Would love to see the tech difference here. Should be pretty comparable. That's pretty late, right? Of a human tech just started a couple of seconds ago. Shouldn't really be late for the first camp. You only need 4 militia. Maybe mismanaging his resources slightly there.
Foggy is coming in with level 2. Treants and Entangle ready. Could have gotten the last hit on this Water Elemental, but nice positioning by Infi, basically denying that experience. Treants still have a little bit of duration, but do you really want to lose so much HP on that Keeper of the Grove, who's quite squishy? You need your Moon Juice for the mana.
I love how he's keeping the footies in the back. It's hard to commit for those. If he does, he's going to take quite a few fireballs to the face.
No Huntress Hall yet. Should be fine, though.
Yep, can't set it up soon enough. Should be able to entangle now. Perhaps a kill. Interesting play by Infi here. Not prioritizing the level 3, but rather just annoying Foggy a little bit.
Yeah, prioritizing keeping the Keeper from level 3.
Yeah, but it's also extremely important for the Archmage, of course, moving towards the mid-game.
Yeah.
Quite a few footies once again. He bought the Circlet here for better trading. Don't see that every day.
Foggy can't really get a grasp on Infi's army. He's positioning him so defensively. This is
the way you're supposed to do
play
it.
By Infi.
It's kind of weird, but this is the way you're supposed to do it here in 2018 towards the end. The AM basically is the tank with a Water Elemental, and the footies are in the back. You almost want him to commit, deep dive those footies, but then Archers and Keeper are going to take a lot of damage. If there were Huntresses here, this would be a different story. But Foggy doesn't really like playing Hunts anymore unless he's facing a fast expansion.
True that. Fascinating how Infi was not playing much human in all the qualifiers. Not really in the big tournaments either, in the major tournaments leading into this W League. But now he's switching it up. And take a look at the group stage. How Moon destroyed him on the stage 2-0. It was a 30-minute best of 3, including all the breaks in between. But something clicked after qualifying for the playoffs.
Finally here, Foggy gets an entangle off, but going for that kill would result in too much damage. But now the Alchemist comes in. He's going to change the equation here. I don't know that Infi can stay in here for too much longer. He's going for his own Alchemist. He'll spray perhaps again. He got through this early game without losing a single footman. That's phenomenal against the Keeper.
Insane, yeah. Whenever it comes to like big tournaments and the latest stages, Infi just shows no nerves and new approaches to the game that we haven't seen before, like, I guess. So, do you remember like the one series against 1-2-0 where he surrounded Fiend 7 times on Amazonia? This was the first time ever I've seen this in professional Warcraft, and this happens with Infi constantly.
Yeah, absolutely. Never seems to crack under pressure. Foggy not really either. And we see a couple of, slip-ups here and there, but normally reliable as well.
I mean, he was dragging TH in a best-of-7 series to a 4-3.
Yep.
So I guess that proves your point.
All right, what are we heading for? Dryads should soon be joining the battle. Going for the Archmage now. If you could force a TP here, that would be a big grab. Entangle, though, only level 1. Doesn't last long enough for that.
Yeah, very unusual low-level hero game. We've not seen this too much in this tournament, but we've said it many times as well. You have to pressure the keeper. The level 1 Watermans are still okay until there's like a few Dryads and the spell. And Foggy, I mean, he is closer than he was on game 1 to that, but the lures are only coming in now. Infi has to switch up something soon, I guess, because once the Dryads are out, this level 1 Water Elementals won't cut it anymore.
But he needs to get the Dryads first and then abolish, and that still takes some time. And by then he's going to have like 3 rifles, which is pretty good damage against them as well. Backed up still by these footmen. He kept most of them alive. I think he only lost 1 so far, which again is outstanding against that keeper.
Foggy forcing constant healing with those acid bombs. Did you see how much mana? Okay, there's not too much mana left. He can't do that too much, but the priests are working overtime here basically. Foggy preparing his opponent for the big 1 strike.
Okay, we're finally looking towards the creep camp again. But they're eyeing each other up here. It's high noon in the middle of the street. Seems like any moment this game could burst into all-out action. This is big experience, by the way. Both these players are thirsty for level 3 on their first hero. Wow, what a quick tier 3. Before 50 supply even.
That is a super unusual timing of Infi once again. Watch awards for Infi once more. Step of teleportation and the mountain giants before Dryads.
No Dryads.
He's rushing the MGs. Where is the damage coming from? But I guess if there's only level 2 Archmage, you really don't know. There's also no slow. There's nothing that he really has to dispel at this point.
Needs to get the Orb of Venom here for finally some damage. And I think he's going to do that now as well.
Not tier 3 though, right? See?
Pretty close, at least, he should be. He went to tier 3 early on. Moonstone now coming in as well. More and more experience towards the human side.
Taunt Use wanted to drag out one of those riflemen to be able to focus it down. He has not much damage. A lot of HP now though. Second Mountain Giant is coming in as well.
Forced out 1 dispel from those priests. They don't have infinite mana.
Foggy stalling a lot of time for these important upgrades on tier 3, bringing in the Engine of War as well. Is this finally going to be the first kill? It took him 8.5 minutes to get this. Oh, but Hardened Skin is a lot faster than last game.
Right, he's chasing forward here. There should still be some dispels though, I think. And the Orb of Venom, it adds a lot of damage into this equation.
Foggy was targeting as many targets as possible to spread the damage of the Orb of Venom, which is a nice thing to do.
It's so interesting how these players exactly know their power spikes. Now that the MGs are out, now that they have the upgrades, Foggy knows, okay, I have the tech advantage now. You with your priests and rifles was pretty strong until now, but now is my time. So what can he do with his sudden surge of strength?
Foggy stays at 50 supply, that's for sure. No upgrades coming. Engine of War is in position. Tier 3 is not done yet. I don't think we have the first mortar team. No, the workshop is still in progress. So until fragmentation shards hit, that's going to be a long time. But Infi is going for that big level 3 here. The biggest camp on the map. Local Flames, meh.
That Sentry Ward, by the way, gave him the safety. He saw the Night Elf retreating, so he says, okay, now I'm safe to get here. And Foggy ideally should have been scouting for this. Where are his Wisps? Where are his Treants spread out?
There was a Treant.
Yeah, did see it, but too late. By then, it was not going to be in time anymore if he hadn't moved over.
What do you think of this Cloak of Flames on the Alchemist? I think he's... at first, he's a healer. And it's not like he has Chemical Rage and dives into the army to chase something. Then that item would be very, very good. But for a support Alchemist, I think it's going to be sold.
He's moving forward into the main now. Foggy would love to get this Drake here before he TPs home, but I don't know that he's going to have the time. Is he looking for a big level up? He's going to start losing Moonwells again. This is when everything started to turn into a downward spiral in game number 1. He is still not coming home. Now goes for the TP. Will take out one more creep.
Only the Devotion Aura. But yeah, Infi's breaking upkeep and Foggy can't follow. This is once again a masterful timing by Infi. Maybe Foggy prioritized wrong here, but maybe he built another Moonwell somewhere so he can catch up. He's building an expansion in the bottom right. All right. Can he hold on? Infi's power spike is coming. Mortar teams are there soon, and frag shards are on the way as well.
2-0 upgrades. Also, quite a bit of damage here coming from all this. Sentry wards didn't spot the expansion. If he was paying very close attention, perhaps he saw a wisp moving over.
Is Infi going for knights?
Oh wow, inner fire already. This
Yeah.
is so fast.
There was an interesting choice by Infi, was cracking upkeep and then going for the upgrades. But we have 3 Mountain Giants now. That was not the case on map number 1. Can he create that black hole of taunt?
Gets the item. The big Drake is dead already. Not to fight over anymore. More experience going the human's way. Foggy's moving forward, but these entangles that just never end up in kills. And a beautiful position here now as well for Infi. The footy's in front, still alive from this early game. Tanking with the water elementals. Perfect engagement into this battle.
It's not too much damage though from these footmen. They're also not soaking up too much damage. The acid bomb is pretty great against it, but the heal spray, as you said, kept them all alive. It's 8 supply footmen, if not 10. This is not the greatest army composition by Infi, I feel, but it's a lot of stuff.
And the MGs, it's still the case. They just tickle here mostly.
He's kiting so nicely, but does he know about this expansion?
I'm not sure.
Me neither.
Of course, MGs with fountains is pretty damn good.
Look at the regen, man. I hope they show the regen. It's insane. No, he's re-engaging. Oh, no.
Regenerating so damn quick. He wakes up the creeps with the mortar teams. Oh, that's pretty cool. He's still healing, though. They're out-healing the damage here.
Also, a lot of stuff on Infi's army is still hurt, despite the heal spray.
He's got such a big army, though. Oh my god.
Yeah.
71 supply.
Foggy now breaking upkeep as well. He's ready for the 80 food, but he needs some more time. He must have a town portal on the keeper to evacuate here, because he bought the time that he needed for this expansion.
Wisp coming in for the detonate as well. Get one off, but not towards the casters. That's where you really want him. Still some footmen alive, by the way, hilariously.
Archers as well, and the frag shards hit him hard.
He's trying to buy as much time as he can here. Is he finally going to get a mortar team? For once, there's no dispel.
Okay, also no staff and stuff.
Foggy, though, has to retreat here sooner rather than later, it seems. Has Infi... We see his first person. He hasn't seen the expo down there. He didn't scout with anything.
Okay, that is unusual. The first mistake of Infi, because that thing is running for quite some time. Foggy now, more and more Mountain Giants closing in to equalize the supply. Flare, perfect.
Exactly, sees him, he's really close by. He's gonna get the big item, but then Foggy will have to run here, it seems like.
Oh, he's done. Takes some time, leaves the item on the ground, is still slowed. Acid bomb on the Alchemist. That could be a disaster right here. Can he reach for the staff or something? Ooh. Yes, he can. Now the Keeper of the Grove in trouble, but only attacked by mortar teams. Everything is in a fire. Foggy needs a lot of dispel against this. Can he reach the backline, though? He wasn't able to do that in the last engagement. Upgrades 1-1.
This Hunter Soul is going to die in a moment. To be honest, I don't know if it affects the production of the Mountain Giants. He's coming in. Everything interfired, everything getting healed. So much sustain in this human army, and he does take out the Hunter's Hall. No more upgrades now for certain. These MGs have some, but not the greatest just yet. Some priests will be falling. Level 3 now for the Alchemist with a new acid bomb coming in. Has to go towards the backline, takes quite a bit of damage here himself. How are there still some footmen in this army, by the way?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Now, though, Priests out of position. He's going to get a couple of kills here as the MGs are marching forward, of course. Infi has to kite and kite and kite. But he's starting to lose some stuff.
Yep, he's losing the mortar teams. Taunt being used as well. This mortar not affected though, but he loses it anyway. This is where the void is created. 5 Mountain Giants, taunts everywhere. Going for the Alchemist, still attacking this Mountain Giant, trying to evacuate, but taunt again. This is kind of ridiculous. He has a staff on himself, but he has to TP out. Is there any kind of damage to threaten him? Not really.
Oh my god, these rifles. They're all so low.
Yep, they are super duper
One of them
low.
died in the base. 2 of them died in the base.
To
okay, maybe
making clear about the Mountain Giant here, you do not need the Hunter's Hall, you do need an Ancient of Wonders though.
Okay, there we go. More MGs coming. He wants to get that Hunter's Hall up though anyways. He's got the resources from those 2 bases. Looking good now for Foggy, guys. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe MGs are pretty good.
If you have 4 or 5 of them, that's really insane. Like 2 don't do too much.
To be fair though, Infi, he doesn't have that Omega super late game army. He doesn't have knights.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a 3rd hero.
Yeah.
The rest is pretty good. But those 2 aspects are really missing.
Not sure if I saw a staff on him as well. Like Staff of Sanctuary
Yeah.
Could be pretty good.
I don't think he has it. I don't believe he does.
And like Mountain Giants on this map are insane. You heal them up. Usually you always have the problem that you have limited moon juice and you use it either to keep your mana up on the heroes or whatever, or to heal the Mountain Giants. But this time you can just send the Mountain Giants to the fountain. They are full health again. This is 8,000 HP and even more EHP because they have so much armor. Here we have the next fight. 80 supply Foggy, 60 supply Infi.
Wisps coming in, so important for that mana burn. Look at those priests, they're pretty low mana. He doesn't have infinite dispels, and that is the biggest of deals, because with the Entangle now you can find those kills. Poison coming in as well from the Orb of Venom, even Militia now being called to the battle. That's an unfair fight if ever I saw one, dude. Militia against Mountain Giants.
He spreads these Orb of Venom shots so well, the Militia are melting. Infi is desperate, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Foggy with the back up of the expansion, can't afford to lose stuff, but he's just not losing stuff. The Mountain Giants are eating this human army alive.
He was standing there and behind a pretty nice choke there for a little bit, but Infi now down. 25 supply, that's it, GG! And Foggy equalizes where he really, really needed to equalize as well.
The boxing champ is back, and what does it do to him psychologically? We've seen this 3 times in the tournament. One guy is losing the first map, and then his enemy strikes back with 3 games in a row. He's been there against Lawliot. Moon did the same, Lin did the same, and Infi, he was not threatened by Colorful at all. Now he has a competitor.
Yeah. Such an interesting game, man. Think back on that early, how careful both were being. AM and Water Elementals tanking in the front, protecting the footies in the back. It's kind of like the king protecting the pawns. Super weird.
True.
Don't see that every day, but that's how you secure your footies into the mid game where they can still do stuff. Was it as simple as a surprise Expo winning the game? We've seen that a bunch of times in this tournament, and Infi never really scouted it.
True. I think it was a combination of not letting Infi do his thing, because of course Infi was dictating the game with his little harasses and forcing these little skirmishes, but there was no expansion by Infi at all like Hawk did against Lawlight. Then the tech was nice by Foggy, skipping the Dryads altogether because he knew there was no level 2 Water Elementals, and therefore had the Mountain Giants super early and used the fountains really well. So Foggy did a lot of good things and didn't do the mistakes that he did on map 1. Once again, it's the same situation as yesterday. First game, Foggy, super shaky, making major mistakes. Second game, it's like a totally different player, like you substituted him for someone else.
Yeah, and that's of course what we want to see here. Both players in tip-top shape on eye level. We only have one map with fountains though, and that one's been played. True. Think back how they were sitting in the top left, how much time he bought with those MG at the fountain. Getting time for his expansion to run. Because there was a scary timing. There was like Infi at 70, Foggy at 55, and Infi had been able to force a fight, maybe into the main. That could have been super, super dangerous. But Foggy, super smart positioning with those MGs up in the north. Distracting, buying time. As much as he could.
The winner of last year is eliminated, the runner-up of last year is eliminated, but the third place is still in the race, and that is Infi. 61% win rate versus Night Elf in seriousness against Foggy. He's up 6-3. Foggy, though, 68% win rate versus Human. That speaks for him. He was threatened a lot by Todd, by the way, in the qualifier. Maybe he learned from that against some timing attacks that Infi might pull out now.
Very interesting. Infi's counter-pick map choice, Amazonia, which is like a phenomenal keeper map. I wonder if he may have something special prepared here. The Human from China in the top right. And Foggy we have spawning in the bottom left. The reason this is so good for the Keeper of the Grove is he gets level 3 super easily here. Easier than anywhere else on any other map. To be fair, the AM can get there as well, and level 2 Water Elementals are certainly very good. But level 2 Entangle can just, in the right situation, if there's not an appropriate counterplay, just win you the game right away. Think back on, oh my god, Moon versus Fly on Concealed Hill. The Keeper got level 3, and that was just it. It was just 4 grunts dying in like 1.5 minutes. And that was that.
True. We have seen this map in Infi versus Moon. It was the first map, so it was left as well. Infi lost that pretty easily. Moon was not threatened at all. And now Foggy, of course, big influence by Moon and his playstyle and his strategies and his timings. So I'm pretty sure Infi has another plan. He must have another plan. Otherwise, this would not be his first pick.
Yeah. I think Infi is playing much stronger, though, yesterday and today than what he played against Moon. That looked very, very weird indeed. Or maybe it was just Moon out of this world. I don't know. Perhaps a combination of both.
Well, judging the game that we've seen before this one, Moon 3, Lin 0.
That was pretty
That
sick.
is an argument
Yes.
pro Moon.
I couldn't disagree with that one. All right, here we go. I always hold my breath a little bit when I see Foggy in these tense moments going for the lightning shield creep. He lost one Ancient of War already. I hope that's going to be it for the rest of the tournament. As the keeper comes out, grabs up some easy last hits, drags in.
Denied.
I said it though. Don't lose the Ancient of War, please.
There's no repair.
All right, but the trees are starting to tank. Okay. So we're still going to get level 2 here. That's the most important thing. But it's not going to be as easy level 3.
He did eat a tree before rooting, so that's going to be a little more HP. Claws of attack for Infi. 25% damage boost. Pretty neat. Especially when once the Engine of War is so hurt. 4 Treants now, though. Foggy going for the Goblins, or the Kobolds, rather.
Yep.
A big one.
And this is why this is so good. He can just move on over with the trees to the next camp, entangle the big boy, take him out, easy peasy. Then you go to the green camp, take that out because it's easy, it's a little green camp, and then you're level 3.
But Infi knows.
Normally.
Infi's coming over right away. He's harassing in the main, distracting Foggy. So maybe not the ideal creeping at the moment because he has to protect his wisps.
Foggy got it. That was an important one.
That was a major one.
Yeah, but he's gonna steal that one kobold, and that makes level 3 now even more difficult. But with Entangle, of course, you can start to snipe footies, especially the one in the main.
Yeah, that worked well against on CH.
Well, you know, this one he's gonna get. That's 40 experience right there, but he did his job. He distracted Foggy here as much as he could, and the AM is now creeping up himself.
Nice starting, or nice early game by Infi. Creeping up his level 2, harassing immediately, and taking a big creep spot away from Foggy's side while creeping with the militia here. This will cost him some HP, but it's alright. Foggy has to go for the Murloc spot already to guarantee his level 3.
Yep.
But this is one of the best Human vs. Night Elf earlies I've seen on this map since patch 1.30.
And right now, this is where the Lightning Shield Deny comes in. He would be level 3, but he is not because of that mistake.
Yeah. Archmage is pretty far away from the rest of the army, though, but the Keeper is at the shop. Is it once again Boots and Staff? No, only Staff.
Okay.
Foggy and the Staff.
Invis Archers. Does Infi have the star census right now? Doesn't have a farm at the lab anyways. He's trying to go for the Hunter's Hall again, right? Where's the Hunter's Hall?
There's no Hunter. Maybe at the laboratory.
It should be at the lab, yeah.
Yeah, he was looking for it. Now the Keeper is back. Here's
Important.
the first Entangle. He needs this kill, but Infi is standing right next to it. Should be a deny. And there is.
He gets it. So good. That Lightning Shield, man, it's really biting him in the butt right now.
The Moonwell is safe, the shop is safe, so he gets clarities. And more healing from the Moonwell. Here's the Hunter's Hall.
Is it late? I'm not
A little
I'm
bit,
not
but it's
sure.
okay if you go for a Tavern Hero. Detonate coming in, I guess. Deny again. This is masterful play by Infi. And the Keeper is losing so much HP here. Tanking
Deny
a lot
again.
of damage. Wow, this is...
The footies are still dying though. So despite only level 1 Entangle, the footmen are dying. And with a level 2 Entangle, it only lasts longer units. It's not more damage. So I guess so far, you know, it didn't make the biggest difference. Finally gets the last hit. Of course, on heroes, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Lasts a lot longer there as well.
The longer it lasts, of course, the more damage it does in total.
Exactly.
But here's the Alchemist. How good can Infi control this map to keep Foggy away from the Tavern? He's going from 2 sides to make sure one part of his army is able to go for the Tavern. And that was a good play. Shadow Melt with the Archers, not able to attack. Still no farm at the Laboratory for Infi. Foggy is playing well now.
He's trying to go for the lures, right? He only has 3 footies right in here. And that's a massive acid bomb.
Ooh, hitting everything.
Archer's not committing for the right-click damage, though. But that footy is definitely dead. Maybe he can get a deny off, but that's most he can hope for. Another Entangle. That's another footy dead.
Okay, Foggy is starting to snowball a little. He's aiming for the lures, but they are not in the base.
And this is costing a lot of footman lives.
Yeah, 2
There's
in
another
the
Entangle. Hello, footman.
Okay, right clicks from the Alchemist, not threatened at all, despite his only one armor point. One archer is dying as well, but I think they're disposable at this point.
No,
Not for two.
Yep.
No,
Losing
maybe
one
not
is
two.
fine. Like,
Yeah.
what is this? A 6-for-1 trade so far?
Looks like it, yes.
The 1-footy seems to have survived even after the entangle.
Starting to threaten the Archmage now. He wants to buy time for the Lords, and this is the Poison Ivy combo, but not going for the Town Ball. Does he have another Roots? No. Has the Clarity, could use it, but there's a Water Elemental to cancel that immediately. Good play by Infi once more. Acid Bomb is not enough to kill him, I guess.
He's walking out of range, can pop the Clarity here in a moment. There we go. There's going to be one entangle for sure. Where's he heading? Tier 3 coming. Lores coming up. Lores are delayed. It was expensive, but he got them delayed.
This Priest helps him out a lot, but the Keeper is aiming for
Yeah.
that Archmage. Good movement by Foggy. Infi sees him now,
Infi reads it though. Oh, so smart.
Alchemist is coming back with another Acid Bomb. He might be able to get him. Roots, long range. Is this enough? He needs some right clicks.
He's got another
Town Portal. Does he have a shop in the back? There is another Entangle.
He's right there!
Right there. Right clicks though. A lot of damage on the Keeper
Entangle.
of the Grove as well. Whoa, super close situation here. One of the first heroes is about to die. Right clicks coming in. Here comes the long ranging. No, the Riflemen are not attacking. He's getting the Archmage. Foggy is killing this first hero. Level up. Town Portal.
Oh my God.
Keeper of the Grove saved. Foggy in pole position, losing to archers, but so worth it.
Oh my god, that was so close. He was on 10 HP. With the TP invulnerability, that's what kept him from dying, because the acid bomb was still ticking away. Oh my god.
Did he lose the focus on the Riflemen? I'm pretty sure they were still in range, or they don't have the long rifles upgrade.
I'm not sure, dude. Whew. That was too close for comfort, but now Foggy in prime position. He juiced up with the help of the Moonwells. Now he's moving over. Wouldn't be surprised to see Dryads coming out now. Last game, he completely skipped Dryads, but now he's got the advantage. Is he gonna try to press it as well?
Dispel upgrade coming only now. It's not ready yet. He can't go for the Treants. Can't. Oh, this is so nice. Acid Bomb on the workers. Treant harass. Escaping no threat by an Archmage or Water Elementals. He's getting one pass in at least.
The rifles here, these are the big kills. He has the acid bomb ready again. And he's healing against it. He may save him. AM, when he comes back, he's going to be able to hold on here, but it's still a little while longer. But this rifle will it?
Infi is in trouble.
Is he ticking down?
So close.
It's it's so close, literally.
I think it's enough.
One more tick. Oh, he's dead! I think that was the last one, actually.
To Infi build a farm. I was about to say he's going to be supply stuck, but of course he's not forgetting farms. Keeper, level 3. Alchemist, level 2. That is a big advantage. Infi, going for the shop. And wasn't he killed last time he went for that shop?
But for now, Foggy is satisfied with the blood he has been able to drain out of his opponent already. Archer's really low. One more acid bomb could kind of kill most of them, it seems like. AM is back, I think. Yeah, he is back. Yeah. Invul bot, very important.
Foggy once again going for the Mountain Giants, and Infi is nowhere near that damage in his army that he was on map 1 and map 2. Not as many riflemen as he had before, nowhere near tier 3, nowhere near mortar teams, and no frag shots. He's going for the upgrade, yeah, but he's also not at 50 supply. This is the best game that we've seen for Foggy, and the pick of AZ is backfiring hard for Infi.
So far. But it's Infi, man. It's Infi. You can't... This is looking like what he did against Moon. With a disadvantage, trying to close out this game. But the police have not been called. No militia here to help with this.
He finds a timing before Hardened Skin, but this will be finished soon. 30% left. Damage is done to the casters. Nicely done. Engine of War is down, but he's designed to buy time at that stage of the game.
Hardened Skin almost done, right? Yep. Basically done.
2 Mountain Giants.
Basically done. Is 2 MGs enough to break this?
He's going... He can't go for the third one. He needs to get one, like this, detonate a Wisp or so. Mountain Giants 6 supply. Tier 3 only now.
No big commitment to the main. No all-in. We do have a plan B.
We've seen humans on this map creeping the red spot super early. This is already a little later than possible, but if he does it now, Foggy will backstab him to death.
Yeah. I think he has Ultra Vision as well, so during the Moonstone phase, he had vision advantage. Now going for the natural instead is Foggy. It's going to be a big consumable. And perhaps even level 3 Alchemist. Over here we have the belt, all right, but not much more for Infi. If he goes to the red camp, this looks like a big risk, but he's not. Not yet, anyways.
Going to the shop. Must be another invul, I guess. Close to level 4, Keeper of the Grove. What was the consumable he got? Did you check on that? I missed it, unfortunately.
It's on the Keeper, I believe. Should see it.
The Orb of Venom again, man. So much poison damage. I love this play. It's so simple, but it's so effective.
And it drains so much mana from these priests. We
yeah.
still have decent-ish mana.
The poison combo with Orb of Venom and Acid Bomb is hurting everything constantly.
Infi at 50 supply, Foggy going to 50 now himself again with the expansion. On a small map like this, it's a little bit more dangerous than on CH, which you just saw.
Foggy at 50 supply now. I think he finally killed a Wisp to get the 3rd Mountain Giant.
Yep, I think so too. Scouts the main, sees a tier 3, no surprise. This is the new meta.
60% done. Infi has to hold on, and Foggy bought the time for the expansion. He is buying the time for the expansion here.
First armor upgrades, by the way, for the MGs.
Getting stronger and stronger. 5 priests still left.
We can feel the tension here.
Level 4 would be so great for the Archmage. He got the bottom right mercenary camp. I don't think Foggy will allow the upper left as well.
I'd love to have his level 4, but he's still kind of far away. Again, big acid bomb. Big healing required. Oh, doesn't quite get the last hit.
Denies it. That would have been level 4 for the Keeper. So pretty big deny.
Yep. Foggy, similar to the last game, he's like poking and prodding, going in and out, being like, you better be careful, buddy. I'm right around the corner, and wants to buy time for that expo.
Somehow Infi must find a timing before this expansion pays off. We have seen this from Undeads against Human, where they let the expansion come up and then strike before mining really starts. Because Foggy will not go into 60 or break upkeep before this expansion is finished and paid off. He's preparing for it now, but he's still gathering gold. Mana Potion on the Alchemist, interesting choice. But Infi is breaking upkeep now.
Really low lumber, by the way.
True.
Can't even go for a 3rd hero. Can't really go for knights.
Can't go for frag shards.
That's right.
Or he did it already.
Here we go. Finally, Foggy finds a good position. The first rifleman is almost his. It takes a while, but now he takes him out. With the acid bomb coming in now, a lot more damage towards this human force. The MG is still standing there, large and in charge. And the Dryades from the back. Keeper here taking quite a bit of damage as well. Has to be careful, especially now with the acid bomb upon him. Another rifle goes down. 2-0 trades so far. But Infi's holding his ground.
Good damage on the Mountain Giants as well. Mind you, this time there's no Fountain of Healing to heal against it, but Foggy is re-engaging. Keeper's still separated from the rest of the army. Has to be careful. Acid Bomb hits him again. Yep. But there's no disable in Infi's army. There's no slow, there's no bolt, there's nothing to control this Keeper or get a hero kill.
Alright, Foggy, it's time to go into upkeep. 900 gold almost.
Expo has to be repositioned again.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
We've seen this in the match against Lawlight, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now it's entangling.
Okay, cost a little time, but nothing else. So Infi is getting the upper left mercenary camp. Big item once more, but Foggy is not allowing this. Big one is still... Oh no, it's on the ground now. Archmage gets it. It's Toby Mask. Nice.
Dispel very late there for once. I don't know if it was a mana issue or not, but he gets the kill regardless. Keeper dropping low, but he has that heal pot. We have mortar teams coming in, but that's not a good position for you, my friend. He is going to get taken out as well. The Keeper, though, only has to use the healing potion. Oh, that was close. But with that, the Keeper survives. Foggy. I don't think he lost a unit so far, by the way.
Ah, there's the Archer. That is level 4. Oh, big detonate against the casters. Not using it here yet would be great. Yeah, drains the mana, gets rid of the inner fire. Some archers are starting to fall now, but that's okay. 62 supply by Foggy. The Mountain Giant. The Mortar team is there, bringing in the damage, but immediately focused again. And Tangle being dispelled, but that costs a lot of mana. Keeper quite slow. He has the staff on him, walking into the heal spray. Really well done. Staff on the Alchemist now gets rid of the Keeper. Mountain Giant a little out of position, gets this around. Well done by Infi. Staff is off cooldown. On cooldown.
Alright, this MG is dead. It's going to take a little while. So that evens out the trades so far, but should still be in Foggy's favor.
Yeah,
56 versus 55 now. Expansion is going to be mining already or soon.
And
oh, no wisps yet.
Oh, big mistake by Foggy.
He's got a lot of lumber, so he can put those lumber wisps in there. I don't know how many he has, really.
Oh, not too many. Couple. Okay, no. Okay, a little wasted time, but he's exchanging the archers with more Dryads. So He's stacking up more poison as well. Orb of Venom and the Acid Bomb were there already. Now Dryad Poison to that as well.
And 2-1 upgrades on these MGs as well, by the way. And finally, it took a while, some repositioning and Wisp being missing for a while, but now he is getting there. Foggy going for counterattack into the main. This is, again, distraction, I think, and this already feels like Infi has to go all in.
Yeah, and the expansion has not paid off. He's getting another mortar team, or at least separates it from the rest of the army, but he has to staff back now, or portal, because damage with mortar teams will be done. And Foggy is supply stuck. Nicely timed by Infi once more.
Started production, though. Foggy has to get back here quick. Has to remake Moonwells as well. This is a panic situation right now. So many things to deal with. And yeah, he's super supply stuck indeed. Reinforcements have been kept at home for Infi, so it's not exactly 62 supply here. When he can bring those forces together, though, it's gonna be scary.
Alchemist with another Acid Bomb. Archmage has no mana, I guess. It's a Town Portal and a big mana.
Took a lot of damage there.
Yep.
Late dispel.
Acid Bomb again into the casters. Town Portal out. Well done. Foggy defends this by losing only 2 Moonwells. But that costs time. He can't go into 80.
3 Moonwells.
Oh, and one mortar team is stuck.
He still doesn't have a shop? Unbelievable. Clarities, Regen Scroll, so good. Yeah. He just skips it. Foggy, by the way, I don't know how many Wisps he had left to make Moonwells. I don't think it was many. Only one more Moonwell coming here. He's just out of Wisps.
Doesn't have the gold at the moment. Equal supply. And the level disadvantage on the Alchemist. This should be level 2 heal spray for Infi, and that helps a ton. You can see the value here. And shop control by Infi. Should be another heal scroll for him if he had the gold. No TP on Foggy as far as I know.
He's still supply stuck. The gold is starting to ramp up. He needs to take some Wisps out of the gold mine and start Moonwells.
I think he just did that. Lost about 200. That's what a Moonwell costs, 180. A game on a knife's edge, because Foggy allows Infi to get back in this game. You have to say it that way.
But of course, he's got the expo, so it should be favoring him here the later it goes.
70 supply now, little advantage. Where are the Wisps? He needs to dispel against the inner fire. Gets a priest up front, 3 mountain giants, 4 mountain giants. Okay, that's great.
No dispels coming yet. Are these priests just out of mana?
The mortar teams. Oh, now he's dancing. Well done.
But it of course limits the damage as well. And the MG is starting to drop low here. Big Acid Bomb coming in from Foggy's side. We have Entangle as well. And no dispels. I think these priests are just out of mana. Okay, there we finally did see one dispel. Foggy with so much gold. He has to make some Wisps. He's low lumber.
Or get, yeah, exactly. Or get to the shop. Use it for something. Shredder now. Okay, that helps to equalize this. Also, this next Moonwell is up for the 80 supply. He has to hold against this one push. And then it looks amazing for the 2-1 and match points for the Ukrainian to beat Infi for the first time offline.
Giants being summoned.
Dispelled immediately. A big Acid Bomb on the Mountain Giants. Can Infi bring the damage in? Mortar team's a little off position, but they want to get the Dryads in, not focusing on the Mountain Giants here. They're moving forward. Level 4, so important for this Alchemist, bringing a lot of healing onto the Giants.
A lot of Giants about to die here as it seems, but of course still takes a little while. Foggy has to buy more and more time. Staff saves the one. I'm not sure if he has double staff. This is how Lolite got so much value out of those MGs, and now they're all dying.
Okay.
Foggy has to run.
Indeed. 6 supply gone. This one doesn't look good as well, but the third one he saves the main. But this is scary. This is siege damage, and this is a lonely, lonely tree of life. This is a guaranteed kill. I'm pretty sure he has nothing to re-engage. Still at 1,000 gold. Even if this expansion falls, the game is not over. This should be close to an empty gold mine, and then the Tree of Life might come into play. Foggy lets the second gold mine die.
I think that was the right call as well.
Yes. Ooh. Infi producing again, catching this the Mountain Giant maybe, but no. Staff is ready again, but now he's on cooldown again. Close to level 5 on the first heroes. Close to level 5 for Infi on the Alchemist as well. Oh, he's a little out of position far forward, right? But he can't get a grasp on these mortar teams. There's so much damage coming from the backline.
And the MGs, man, again, they're just tickling. They're being healed now with the heal spray. So important. It is nighttime thanks to Moonstone. By the way, the Archmage has to TP out of here.
That was quick damage. Oh, boy. This mortar team survives.
And I think that's good for Foggy.
350 only. Does he have Nature's Blessing? He must have. No, only now. Whoa, these Treants could have been better the entire game.
Didn't see them past the early game, though, I think. Do too much anyways. When we saw in the big battles, they usually got dispelled. 2-2 upgrades.
Infi is out of gold. Doesn't have any gold anymore. I don't know if he started the Town Hall, but even if he did, this will take a lot of time.
Wisp scouting for it. 3rd damage upgrade only now. And still he was able to take decent fights. Wow.
What a game. What a game.
Moon
Flying Machine coming in, maybe scouting for Chimera Roost or something, but I mean at that stage he must know that Foggy is out of gold as well.
Long distance mining only for Infi. He can certainly creep the red camp here. Should Foggy really engage into this?
He has to buy time. He just has to buy time and stay at home or not. 4 MGs fully healthy again. Don't know, is the Alchemist out of mana now because he used so much heal spray?
Might be. Might be. Foggy coming in with the flank. Doesn't want to give this camp away too easily.
No, he's not out of mana. Massive acid bomb, but he has to get rid of these.
Oh, the Wisp detonates! He's right there! He's looking somewhere else!
There we go.
There we go!
On the keeper
No more
of the
dispel!
throne. Okay, he's getting the Rifleman. He's reducing the damage, but the mortar teams are still shooting. Now we get the Treants, but the Dryads are disappearing, kind of, but Foggy is finding decent positions to save them.
Dude,
Archmage is not level 5.
There's just no dispel. No dispel usually means no chance against the keeper. He's got so much mana still left.
Foggy, the boxing champion, is pushing his opponent into the corner, and there's jab after jab after jab after jab, and Infi is plummeting in supply, only 40, and I guess the Tree of Eternity is walking over. So much taunt, so much damage, a little bit of heal spray. Archmage about to fall, the Mountain Giant still super healthy. The Shredder is coming into play as well. Infi is looking for a surround or something, but the staff on the Keeper saves him there. Oh, actually he is surrounded, but man, what an acid bomb. This is getting him close to level 6, surround again on the Alchemist. Infi is looking for that one hero kill, but Alchemist fights out.
Look at the supply, 24 only left for Infi. This has to be it. If he loses the hero, obviously it's over. Invul, he has one left to use. Is it good enough? He's forcing this Keeper away, out of mana himself, staffed away. He can juice up again on the Moonwells. It's nighttime again, boys. We have all that juice available. It seems like Foggy is taking the lead here. Unless there's some magic move left. Infi below 20 supply.
He has 3 times the supply as Infi does, but even in that moment, never count out Infi, I guess. But the levels are speaking heavily in favor of Foggy, and the hands are in the air once again.
Ooh.
This was so close. Infi made him fight so hard on one of the best Night Elf maps that he chose himself. But for the first time in an offline match, we have match points for Foggy. And he is close to making the first Foreigner final reel, to make the first Night Elf Mirror final in a Gold League tournament reel. The Ukrainian 1 map away from his 2nd grand final, and China is about to fall.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, dude. These games are so back and forth. Whew, Lolite may have said that Mountain Giants are boring, but I don't find these games boring, man. He is delivering. Losing the Expo, still coming back. Tactical choice to give up that position. He needed to heal first. You know who I think are the MVPs of this tournament unit-wise?
Wisps.
Yes, exactly. It's the Wisps, right? He finds the priest, detonates into them. When there's no more dispel, I really think there's no chance for the human army. How can you protect your casters from the Wisp? This has to be the question moving into the next map for Infi. No more mistakes allowed. One more mistake, and it is China losing its pride.
Foggy did mistakes on map 1, he did mistakes on map 3. Map 2, almost no mistakes, I think, if I recall that correctly. But this is usually not allowed against Infi. He punishes every single bit of a mistake. Don't feel too comfortable, don't feel too sure of yourself if you're against the Iceman. It's becoming winter here in Shanghai. When we arrived it was 20 degrees, but the colder it got, the stronger Infi became. And now it's about to freeze here, by the way. The Frozen Throne.
Moon is already waiting in the grand final. Waiting to grab that trophy. Who's going to be his opponent? Infi from China or Foggy from the Ukraine? No matter who makes it, it's going to be an awesome final.
Indeed. It would be the first time grand final between Moon and Infi in a World Championship match ever. And of course, same goes for Moon and Foggy, as it would be the first foreigner final without Chinese participation.
What map do we have?
Last Refuge, Infi's second map choice. Even if Foggy loses this, map 5 is his pick, and that was his problem in the game against TH when he was in the grand final, that it went full distance, but it was TH's pick to choose the last map. Foggy Balboa with match points, grand final points. Infi stands against it in his career. He has fought back many times. Will it happen again? Will we get the first full distance best of 5 in the playoffs? Infi in the bottom left on last refuge, Foggy in the upper right.
Okay, time to breathe, ladies and gentlemen. Let's settle down. We just saw some crazy games, but now in the early game we have, you know, a bit of time to gather our thoughts again. You know what really surprised me so far? Foggy has not once gone for fast expansion. This is what he played all the time in the old patch. Mostly, of course, to counter-expand, but not here. Staying one base, rushing MGs. Also, Infi. Where's his counter-expansions? Early expansions, excuse me.
True, he tried it once and got punished super hard. About to lose the game there, if not for Foggy losing the Engine of War as well at the same time. You know what surprises me as well on Infi's side?
Tell me.
No Blizzard. Not in one single game thus far.
Yeah, true.
Hawk showed it, that it works very, very well. I don't even know if Foggy went for Resistance skin, to be honest. I haven't seen it yet. So slow and or Blizzard could be the thing here as well. Also no Mountain King yet. Infi is not changing it up too much when it comes to army composition or hero choices. It's all about timings here at this level.
True. Absolutely agree with this. As far as terrain goes, though, I think this should be a pretty good map for Infi if we go into this one base versus one base kind of scenario again. There's a lot of chokes here. There's many beautiful positions to park your rifles behind your front line. Speaking of front line, we saw Hawk very fond of knights and a third hero. Infi, not at all.
Exactly.
Did he just not have the opportunity because of lumber? Or does he just not believe in them? It always seems so scary, you know? He begins a fight and there's no tanks for him. If he's lucky, he's got some footies remaining from the early game. But other than that, it's just kite and run and pray.
Yeah, I mean, Sorceress would certainly help in that playstyle. We have seen in a very old patch Reprisal playing basically only casters and mortars against Night Elf. That was fun times, don't you think? But with all the Night Elves bringing in so many Wisps, I don't see that working anymore.
Yeah, it's also going Sorceresses early is probably a bad call because then you can just get run over by mass Dryads. In the late game, perhaps you can add them into your unit comp. But then, if there are Sorceresses, then the Night Elf is going to go for Resistance skin, and then it's only going to last 6 seconds, as it does on Heroes.
That's a super fast tech, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty fast one. You can afford to do that here, of course, with the first camp taking only a few militia, not 5 or whatever. Amazing items on the AM as well, by the way, for trading early game. Exceptional. What's Foggy making? Where's all his gold? He's missing some gold. He's going for archers here early, now going for the tech.
Is this the first? Okay, I thought is this the first fast expansion maybe on this map would be a little unusual. But we've seen this throughout the series, Foggy falling back in supply quite early because Infi's using so many footmen. The Chinese, by the way, supply stuck now.
We're getting slowed from the Mercap suddenly. Muddy saying hello. And this is looking pretty good for the AM here. He's dominating the early game. He's not losing any footies just yet. Keeper has one entangle to use. Why is he not using it? There we go. Okay. Gets this kill, but it's going to cost him a lot of HP.
And Infi will deny it, most likely.
Waiting for it patiently. There we go.
Yeah, stuck on level 2 for quite some time.
That replenishment is really nice, though.
Yeah.
For the Keeper.
No Huntress Hall yet.
He's got the resources in a little bit.
Ah,
Should
okay,
set it up then.
it's still early. It's not too late. Never
Wow,
mind.
this AM progress though.
Yeah.
Almost level 3 already.
On this map, I mean, there's one caster who said it's so hard.
Against Orc, dude. Against Orc, it's really hard. With the Blade Master being so powerful. Long range entangle. Oh, half a screen across. Gets the footy. Last hit. They're gonna bait for it. Ah, nice.
Okay, more
Foggy
progress for Foggy here. Water Elemental scouting once again for the Hunter's Hall. Infi didn't hit this Hunter's Hall timing after this huge strike on map 1. Couldn't find the time on map 2 and 3.
Foggy's got 500 gold. Still no Hunter's Hall. Is he going Talons or something? Right, he just spent about 200, so that should probably be the Hunter's Hall. Might be a little bit late, though.
He's getting the 3rd Footman, though.
No deny.
No deny.
But no more mana either.
There it is. So that should be an early Alchemist, then.
I like these staffs so much, by the way, to
Fo-
juice up just a little bit faster.
It has always been Foggy's main item, the staff. It doesn't matter if he plays with a Warden or a Demon Hunter back then. Big push by Infi, though, with the Alchemist. Not the first Rifleman, I guess.
Also, he pulls back the archers quickly, and the Treants can finish the job.
Okay,
really
first
cool.
Rifleman is out, though. He gets the time to go to the tavern.
And his own Alchemist. And now these footies are in true danger. Going for the Archmage instead.
Interesting.
With a level 1 entangle, I don't know. That's gonna work.
Maybe just wants to drive Infi back to make sure that he's not in a position where he can go into the Night Elf base again.
Oh, if
because
he gets this one. This is a big kill. He's gonna get it. The acid bomb certainly secures it. First rifle dead. Nice deny.
deny again, but yeah, the damage lowered. I think he wants to make sure that Infi is not in a position to go into the Night Elf base to get rid of the lores, because the timing for the lores should be up soon. It would have ended up nicely. Yeah, exactly. Tier 2 is done, Hunter's Hall is finished. Foggy has the resources. Whoa.
Wow.
Tier 3 before lores
That is so
with a level 3 Archmage.
Isn't that like super greedy?
I was an advocate of Foggy's tier 3 rush when there were no level 3 water elementals, but this is really greedy, and he's getting backstabbed a little. Big invo potion on the Alchemist, he will survive. And just escapes with only taking 1 acid bomb. But the progress on the Keeper, man, he needs to start leveling this.
Yeah. I like the aggressive play here by Infi. He's not gonna give him experience for free.
Good damage on the Archmage, by the way, +9.
Foggy could certainly find some kills there. I think he's a little bit passive. Maybe he cannot creep this so easily, but now he could look for the creep jack himself. Alright, this camp should be fairly easily hit. Oh my god, these lures are so late!
But the tech is so fast. He's going into Mountain Giants immediately.
So is he gonna get the big boy here? There's a lot of experience. He needs to get this, and yeah, the damage is high enough, as we've learned by now.
Book of the Dead. How fast is the Dispel upgrade for Infi? If there's no Dispel, it was called the Book of GG for a long time, then got nerfed. Not 8 skeletons spawn this anymore, but only 6, but it's still great. And always an option to use it for Surround, especially with Entangle.
Big experience there again. He sold it, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Yep, he did.
Okay.
It's a lot of gold. 800 gold, in fact, for Foggy.
Well, he's going to tier 3. He's going to get 2 Mountain Giants and the upgrade and the Orb of Venom. That will cost a lot. Infi's not going tier 3, by the way, though. This should be one of the later techs that he played.
He's leveling up a lot, though. AM close to 3.5. Alchemist for him already level 2. This may be the slowest level 3 keeper I've seen in a long time.
It's true.
He's
I
gonna
think
get it, though.
Fly made Moon suffer quite a bit with the progress on the Keeper. But yeah, Mountain Giants coming, defense upgrade as well, rushing all of this.
He's gonna have super fast resistance skin, hardened skin if he wants to. I wonder if he wants to take a fight with that. Get that upgrade, go for the Orb of Venom. That could be a good timing for him. Oh, the Sobi Mask is so good on the Keeper.
Absolutely. But the Alchemist is also rising, half a level advantage on the Archmage as well. This could be quite scary. Is Foggy expanding there? Must be, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dragging him towards it. He doesn't want to show him. Please leave. This is my side of the map.
I have nothing to be seen here. Just go along.
Exactly. So here we go. Hardened skin coming in. This is going to be the big deal. Resistant skin as well. Doesn't really need it at the moment. Maybe against Ensnare or something from the creeps randomly.
Big spot for Infi here. Going close to level 4, got level 3. And he's taking out a lot of experience. On Foggy's side of the map, there is nothing anymore. Because Infi trapped him there, and this will be an easy cancel, but he's not showing it. But the Wisp, if he sees the Wisp, if he saw the Wisp, he will know. The trick is up. But
nice scouting with a footy as well.
So Foggy has to move back. This is a great position for humans. There is a choke, and especially if you go mass Mountain Giants, you can't really pass that. But at the moment, it's only 2, so it should be fine.
Water Elementals here can't get dispelled, as of course we don't have Dryads. Makes the potency of these rifles limited, I suppose. Only 3 MGs. 2, I mean. 3 is where it really seemed to turn around earlier. And here is that tier 3 tech once again.
Infi leveling up his damage then, but resistance skin is at 85%, and then hardened skin should be finished. It is. Major upgrades for Foggy. No counter expansion, no expansion on Infi's side, but Foggy's expansion is not up. Tier 3 halfway done.
Infi has, Foggy, excuse me, has the money to put down a Tree of Life one more time. Perhaps deny another Wisp then as well, and then he's gonna have the 3rd MG coming. But Infi is just not giving him any freedom. He's following him everywhere.
Start this red spot. And, he does though. Is there a town portal? He must have a town portal. Going for the Archmage right away, out of position here. Must be a town portal by Infi. And man, this is a guaranteed easy red spot for Foggy now.
Yeah, rare mistake.
And there's a Wisp in position as well. Foggy at 800 gold. This should be not level 3 Alchemist, I guess, but big item and the start of an expansion. This was so important.
And a rare mistake from Infi.
Absolutely.
Archmage totally out of position. That should have been him forcing the TP. He was getting the perfect creep jag right there. They had already been woken up. He's coming over again, I suppose. Oh, this AM, by the way. My goodness, you are a brave young man.
He, again, has no shop, right? And no region scrolls. And once more, these acid bombs and this soon-to-be coming Orb of Venom drain this HP. I don't understand why Infi is not going for this. For the shop, for the region scrolls.
You get such amazing value. Also, the clarities are so good. And when you're tier 3, why not go for a staff? You can save so many resources.
Yeah, especially the mortar teams, man. Keeping them in the game is so big. But okay, Vamp Aura, if he goes to Knights, it's nice. Otherwise, it's just a free invul potion.
Yeah, for once, he's got good lumber here, Infi. He could go for a 3rd hero if he wants to. But he's just powering into his upkeep, staying with the same army as it seems. And there could be a good timing here, a solid timing for Infi. He is up in supply by quite a bit. 8 already, could be getting more. As the keeper here is creeping in the bottom right. MG's already low HP.
So, Foggy going resistant skin here, by the way. Is it just to protect himself from something that Infi might do, like Blizzard, or throw in some slows? Because it's really not necessary against this army right here.
Yeah, there could be just randomly sorceresses added into the mix, and against those, it's really important. Against slow, and potentially polymorph, who knows?
Yeah, true. We have seen it in this tournament, so nothing's impossible anymore, I guess. More Mountain Giants. Foggy is breaking upkeep, but Infi is a little higher already. Has a ton of damage. Nice shockwave from this Ogre Lord. Infi getting the 2nd red spot.
So much experience for him. The item, we can't see it yet.
The Chinese know because they saw the item name.
I love this move by Foggy. Force him back. It's alright if you have to leave. You have the expo coming up across the map. TP early, he just walks away. Does he?
Maybe he wanted to go for that acid bomb into the cramped up army.
Yeah, exactly. To drain more mana out of him. Really good.
So, item was...
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball. Oh yeah, we just saw it there.
Infi, by the way, skipping on so many cheap things. No Arcane in the main, no shop. Does that really do so much for him? It seems like that's so much value for so little gold.
I guess if you want to rush tier 3 and get the frag shards early, you have to do it.
One peasant here was taken out, not too big of a deal. Oh, the Mortar team's on the high ground!
That is just beautiful positioning by Infi. Also has the Zeppelin to be able to transfer them down if needed. Equal supply almost, but Infi with the hero lead and inner fire on. Foggy, I guess, has no wisps here.
Yep. I think that once again has to be the ultimate, when he commits to a fight, he has to bring those. Those really turned the game around earlier. And it's only 4 MGs so far. Couple of them already
only
banged
4
up.
MGs? Tanks! We haven't seen a single tank game.
MG is like one of the best units against them.
That is correct. They can grab a stick and then they have siege damage and then tanks just melt. But if you use it for distraction, why not?
It's definitely going to come as a surprise. Don't see those at all anymore.
He can distract maybe at the main and then send the tank to the expansion. He does have great damage upgrades for them already.
Exactly. Should be 3-0. Oh, coming in here. This is a pretty big front line. Not really a tiny choke that perhaps Infi was looking for. Big acid bomb coming in once again. And the Wisp for the detonate. And these priests, they're not dry, but they're pretty low.
That was the second time he pulled in the Wisps here in this fight. And easily cancelling the heal ward again. Acid bomb once more. The priests are about to be dry, but this time we have the X Factor, a Zeppelin. Oh, scratch that! Crash and burn!
Heal ward again, but he has to kite away from it. He can't hold his ground. These heal wards are doing some healing, but not too much. It seems like Foggy once again on his way to victory is too soon to call. Tank, by the way, moving across the map. We'll have to keep an eye out on how much he does. Mountain Giant starting to drop pretty low. Heal scroll coming in doesn't do too much for those MGs. This one, the staff should be ready.
Oh, Wind of Mana Stealing being used. The Alchemist is empty. Is there a Staff on the Keeper of the Grove? He must have it, but retreats without use. Okay, there we go. But that means the Mortar team in the front is exposed. He's going for more tree and dispels it immediately because the Alchemist finds himself in a surround. Frag Shard is doing good damage to the back line, but the Arch is also still alive the entire time. Foggy gets one more Mortar team kill. And he's up in supply now, highly. How much damage can the tank do?
Staff back in from the Alchemist. Should be juiced up now again. Cakes out one more team here.
Big
out of
right
position
hand.
for once.
Oh, Foggy's not repairing. He's not doing anything. He's not uprooting. He's not repairing. This is the easiest and cheapest expansion kill that I've ever seen.
Such a smart play. Just one distraction tank during this massive fight. And yeah, he wasn't paying attention for once. But still, this fight is going his way. Everything's dropping low. He's getting more and more kills. He got the expansion, but it wasn't cheap.
Keeper is super low, though. We have the 5 Mountain Giants. I keep mixing them up, man. Jesus Christ. That can create the black hole. Infi, again, has no shop in the base. He's lacking the healing, except from the Alchemist. Foggy is moving forward. Big right hands to the Alchemist again. We have seen this before. Militia being called, but they got annihilated. Oh, the Alchemist can't reach, really, for the Acid Bomb.
Oh, this Alk in a bit of trouble here. Acid Bomb flying towards the AM. Perhaps not the best target right there. Militia trying to do their best. More experience going the Night Elf's way. That's level 4 now for his Alk. Should be heal spray level 2. Or maybe he already had that. Alchemist for Infi. Has to be careful. He just has to kite. We started this in the Night Elf base. Now we're in the human base.
Oh,
we took one long trip across Last Refuge.
Exactly, man. A round trip here. The Mountain Giant, by the way, in the base taking care of the tank, so he can't get rid of the production buildings here. Alchemist dropping low. I'm pretty sure we see marksmanship, by the way, on these archers because it's so many of them. Very good DPS value on these archers.
And they just never die.
They just never die, exactly.
TP out. Is he going to lose more? He's going to take out one more.
Brilliant
More
TP.
the team.
Brilliant TP. Foggy is up 20 supply. Foggy has 5 and 4 heroes. Has to be careful about this Alchemist, though, and cannot, never allow this Archmage to get level 6, because give Infi mass teleport, and he is teleporting circles around you, man. This is one of the scariest skills that you can give to the Chinese human powerhouse. Expo is coming back up. Once again, it should be gold mines about to be dry, and then Infi's in trouble.
Oh, that heal spray is so good right now. MGs, kind of in fighting shape again. Not the greatest, I guess. Wisp here in the middle, scouting things out. A little bit more experience. Alchemist, close to 5. But yeah, I think you're right. Level 6 AM could turn this entire game around. By the way...
He is up against Entangle, though, so... I don't know. Maybe he can wait until Entangle's on cooldown, but you know the cooldown is so low.
Infi under pressure as well. The mains are expiring soon, and we all know what the Night Elves can do with their main tree, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Wisps coming in again. These detonates are very important towards the priest in the back. They're completely out of mana!
Whoa, he hits everything with those, and more is about to come. This healing has been denied for such a long time. Entangle dispelled, though. But the Archmage is down to 50%, has no Town Portal, being entangled once again, has to use the Invul to break free. Acid Bomb coming in the backline. These priests will just die to this acid. He's moving forward. Foggy is moving into the grand final. As it seems, more priests are falling. There's more Taunt to be used.
He's on his way to break the streak, man. I think Foggy is in a winning position right now. He has the perfect army comp. It took a tournament long to find it, but it's Mountain Giants plus Marksmanship Archers.
Alchemist fighting them. Oh my god, so much damage! Foggy losing the
Oh,
Alchemist,
no.
level 5 on Infi. Is he striking back? Can he get it back from the tavern? No, Foggy has no gold. Maybe he used that to rebuy it already, but that would be super fast. Infi's dropping more in supply. This Alchemist level 3 heal wave though, it could change everything. He's pushing for the expansion, but does he have the damage to kill it? With only 2 mortar teams, it's still 5 Mountain Giants alive, 61 supply. And the Keeper, level 5.5 now. Tranquility would be the dream, because there's no disable in the human army at all.
He's got like 1 to 2 entangles, and there still might be no dispel on these priests, by the way. There's also no TP. There's no getting out of this for Infi. Thank goodness there's no Dryad slow, but he's losing more poison hits after poison hits coming in, and a bit of tickle damage from those MGs as well. This one being saved towards the bag, doesn't even need the staff.
Oh, he's rising in levels, man. He's super close to Tranquility. And what does Infi do really? He didn't kill too much. More and more riflemen are falling. This is a 20 supply disadvantage.
The archers though, they're all taking out.
Oh my
the
god,
acid bomb!
this acid bomb was gigantic! And he's not level 6. Now he's level 6. Mountain Giant falls though.
Oh, there
Infi
comes the heal.
finding so much kills before Tranquility hits. That was the perfect timing for him. Level 5.5.
Let it rain, baby. Let it rain.
Expos up again.
Everything's healing. Alchemist only now started.
Yeah, he didn't have the gold. Didn't have the gold. How much gold was there? 1,600 in the main?
Yeah.
Okay.
We still have something left. This is, by the way, the dream position for a human army. MGs will be blocking each other.
Yeah. Foggy has to retreat. There's
Tranquility
no way.
is a low cooldown spell. He can use that again soon. He could afford again to give up this expansion, by the way.
Alchemist out of position if there's an entangle, and
Splits
taunt.
the treants really nicely against the dispel, but I think there may actually be no dispel. We see none coming out at the moment.
These 2 Mountain Giants. Fresh as a daisy.
Water Elemental's providing so much experience, but now the Keeper's level 6 already anyways. Doesn't matter anymore. And he's moving forward into this position. The last heal spray coming out. Alchemist out of mana for now, but of course has a backup of the Brilliance.
Alchemist not level 5 for Foggy, and also, of course, not in this battle. Oh, the shots against the archers this time.
And again, here we go.
The value now. He's saving all the archers, and that is so much damage. Infi pulling the militia. 3 Mountain Giants blocking the way. He can't really reach for the backline except with the mortar teams, but they are focusing on the Mountain Giants now as well. Infi in trouble. The main gold mines are empty.
The damage against his 1MG pretty good. Was standing still from the mortar teams. Lots of damage towards him. Gets that kill. All right, something going the humans' way here. Still though, deep down in supply.
Would love to see how far the Alchemist is. He will bring most likely the victory for Foggy, who has 1,000 gold. Not using it at the moment. Infi, 42 supply. Yeah, not going for an expansion. He used a lot of militia. This is the all-in push for Infi. But even if Foggy loses this expansion, he still has the Tree of Eternity up. And if he guides, protects this one, he has income once more.
I like that he gives this up. He doesn't have to save this. It's fine. He's still got 1,000 gold. He's still got the tree. All he has to do is heal, get back his Alchemist, get mana, and then re-expand with a full force in fighting shape.
How can Infi win this still? Long range mining. I'm not sure if he has a single worker anymore. There's some.
Oh, the double healing. We have the Tranquility
yes.
and the heal spray.
Infi is long distance mining. He's not erecting another town hall. This will take forever, or he has to sell items.
Creeping the
Foggy
last camp on the map for a bit of gold.
Foggy is supply stuck now with the Tree of Life, so Infi is buying some time. It's not getting experience. This is only about gold and items for Infi. And stealing this experience away from the Alchemist to make sure he's not getting level 5. Infi is still playing smart, but it's desperate.
He found the boots. Perhaps that is the turnaround he needed. Just kidding, of course.
He's not walking into Infi's army. Or is he now for additional meat shield?
Down by 23 supply. Infi has faced countless, seemingly unwinnable scenarios in his career. This is one of the tougher ones, though.
It is close to level 6 Archmage. He can send in, let's say, a militia, whatever, rifleman to a position where Foggy does not expect him. And then, of course, if he's far away from the Night Elf army, there is no entangle in range. And then with 4 mortar teams on these attack upgrades, he can take out even a Tree of Eternity pretty damn fast. But it's 6. He can't win a straight-up battle anymore. That's impossible. 6 Mountain Giants, double healing with Tranquility and Heal Spray. and a 23 supply lead. A lot of trump cards are in Foggy's hands. He just has to play them right. He just has to stay calm and make no mistakes.
Infi needs to play this perfectly from here on out. And perhaps he needs a little bit of luck as well. Mostly he needs experience. He needs level 6, and that could open up the gate to some weird win condition.
Trian's Dispel might get him there.
True. True.
It is 5 at the moment. Foggy did a good job in splitting them. This time there are a lot of wisps, but he needs a few for mining. Good vision for Infi as well with the flares. So he knows exactly what's up.
Alright, Tree is going to be entangling here in a moment. The time is all officially ticking.
Foggy is engaging this, wants to push Infi back further.
That choke is the dream position for the human army. What are these rifles doing, I guess? Getting taunted, staying still, but of course you can open up this choke. The priests not really getting drained by these wisps. Don't find the connection at all, to be honest.
More experience.
Only 2 priests left, though.
Oh yeah, not too much Dispel at all. So Dispel might not be the answer to this.
I think that's a big problem.
Absolutely.
You can win battles against MGs when you can out-sustain them, but this is only 2 priests.
Alchemist close to level 5.5. But he's out of mana almost. 100, not too much. Has an invul against the focus. Foggy with Tranquility once again.
Casual, using it for the healing.
Again walking into those chokes, but the deforestation is real.
And he can't really afford these dispels, man. He only has those 2 priests. He's against the entangle. Infi, how can he do this?
He's looking for an angle to attack. He's trying so much repositioning, but Foggy is always there.
Yeah, and it all takes time.
Like
time for the expansion, which should now be mining. Yep, you can see the gold ticking up right there. Infi, man, the longer you wait, the worse it's gonna be.
Now, that's true. So the Alchemist is in a bit of a surround, opens that up with the Water Elemental, but has to make sure that this is not happening. He has no Staff of Sanctuary. Foggy on the other side getting low on his Alchemist as well.
He's
the
surrounded
riot on the Alchemist. Does he have something? Yes, Invo Potion. Foggy has a Mana Potion on him, so he can use the healing, and Tranquility should be ready as well. Now the Mountain Giants have the attack angle on the Rifleman.
And here come the taunts once again. They're turning around. They're being fooled by these giants. Level 6!
Okay.
He gets it.
What can he do with it now? He has to get away from Foggy's army and then somehow lure him out and use Mass Teleport. But that is so hard to do. Foggy has a lot of experience now as well. He shall not fall for a trick like this anymore.
Infi is such a smart player. Can he figure out a way to make this ultimate work? It's the only way. But Foggy's got something good against it as well. He's got a staff on the Keeper and Entangle. So he's got mobility and the cancel.
If the Alchemist goes to level 6, we have Transmute against Mountain Giants. That is huge swings with every single ultimate he uses. Infi is holding on for his double ultimate, but will Foggy allow that? He's trying to finish this game earlier. Mortar team down. Oh my god, these riflemen! They're all dead! And China is dead as well! The boxing champion again! 3 wins in a row. Infi dominated map 1, but the Chinese dominance of WGL is over. He can't believe it. For the first time ever, we see a Night Elf mirror. For the first time ever, we have a foreign final, and it's Master versus Apprentice. Moon versus Foggy tomorrow.
Oh man, that's gonna be so good. And yeah, as you say, Master versus Apprentice. Foggy oftentimes modeled his style after Moon, and tomorrow we're gonna see who can play that style better. Infi looking strong today, but Foggy, it took him a couple of games and matches to find out the right army composition, but I think that really was the key. Mountain Giants, and don't forget about the Dryads. Mountain Giants and Archers with marksmanship. That must make you very happy.
Marksmanship is a good upgrade, man. I told you since the patch hit, man. This is really good. But what a performance by Foggy. Not being irritated by this flawed first game. Coming back, sweeping Infi 3 maps versus Infi in a row on his maps.
Yeah.
Was phenomenal. Infi didn't find a way, but I gotta admit, he didn't change up his game too much. On the last Refuge, yeah, he tried the Zeppelin with a mortar team position, which was nice, but apart from that, he was banging his head against the wall, and this Ukrainian wall was an iron door, basically. You can't break through this.
Yeah, and I mean, Infi he must know what he's doing, but from where we were sitting, it was like, well, everything he has is normal armor or heroes. But yeah, it was just an amazing play, and I think it's almost time to give over to our Chinese friends.
Chat corrects me, by the way, that the transmute doesn't work on Mountain Giants. Excuse me. What a great finale is coming. Moon, the greatest Night Elf of all time against Foggy, the greatest Western player in the past 5 years.